So I'm just reviewing the solar grill from, I think the company name is called Hukoer. It's a little bit strange because there's no brand name on the manual that comes, but this is basically what you get. You get a big black bag like this. It's pretty sturdy. You get a manual here for a user guide with various different warning instructions and safety instructions. Some of the safety instructions are repeated in the manual. It gives you a bit of a design specification and how to use. The instructions aren't great, to be honest. Like some of the things are referencing level 3 a lot on the dial, and there is I don't know exactly what that means. But the English doesn't seem to be great in the instructions, but you know, it tells you basically what to do, so it's not too bad, and it gives you a couple of warnings about what not to do, like leaving it in the sun without anything in it. These are the yellow mitts that you get. I guess they're just normal heat resistant mitts. I found the message on them a little bit strange. It says "don't touch," but I guess that's, you know, don't touch the hot thing rather than don't touch the gloves. The trays are just your standard takeaway trays that you get a curry in down your local takeaway, or you might get a lasagna or a battered sausage in there. They're just disposable aluminium trays. I'm sure you could pick them up in a supermarket or something. So that's what you get with the device to put your food into to cook. Presumably you can cook them. I haven't actually tried cooking with this thing yet, but this is just what you get out of the box. And I'll do a follow-on video to have a look inside the main device and see how it works. So just doing a follow-on video of the Hukoer, I think that's how you pronounce it, solar grill. So I'm gonna have a look inside and see how it works. So this is Ireland, end of October, so it's coming into the winter in Ireland. We're 53 degrees north, so it's pretty not the sunniest time of the year, and not the sunniest country in the world. So we'll see how this thing works. So this is the box that you get. To open it, I've noticed you kind of have to roll it on its side to get to those zips. So you kind of just unzip the thing. It's pretty sturdy. It's pretty nice quality of a casing that it comes with. So that's a plus from me. Okay, so after you've already unzipped the grill, it's kind of it's a little bit like I don't know, it's kind of springs back closed again, so it doesn't really unfold out in a very user-friendly way. There's a lot of resistance there on my hand, but if you look inside, you kind of have these little legs that you can pull out. I'm going to try and get to them here. And you can then prop those legs. You can see I just prop that leg in there to kind of prop it up, and that kind of keeps it from closing in on itself. And you prop that leg in to prop it up. Okay. This thing here is probably the most expensive part of the whole thing. It's the evacuated solar tube or something. I don't remember exactly what it was called, but this is basically the main part of it. It's some sort of treated glass, and keeps all the heat in. So you can kind of zip the sides of it down here, and I'm just pointing it towards the sun there, but before it's kind of a bit of a mixed bag of a day in the middle of winter here. So there's a bit of clouds, a bit of sun, or it's not the middle of winter, it's the start of winter, end of autumn. So on the side here there's a I don't know if you can see it on the video very well, but there's a dial that's showing a sort of Fahrenheit thermometer sort of a thing. So it says what the temperature is. So if I pull that out, I can see it over here, but It's hard to see with this handle in the way, but you can kind of see it there on the video. So I pull this out, then there's a bit of a bang there because there's it's kind of a vacuum seal in there. There's these red sort of spongy rubbery kind of things, and they kind of keep the thing sealed, so you don't have to screw it in or anything. It just seals in like a kind of a plunger, and that keeps all of the heat in, apparently. And then it's just a fairly basic sort of a metal tray. It's not bad quality, I suppose. It's not, wouldn't be amazing quality, wouldn't be bad quality there. And then inside the evacuated solder tube thing, it just looks kind of orange. I don't know. That's what it looks like in there. But I guess all your food goes into those little lunchbox things that we saw earlier on, and then you put them onto here, and then you put that into the oven. So they say that you should always preheat the oven, but you should never preheat it past level 3. So I assume, you can kind of see it a bit better there. I assume level 3 is where it goes yellow, then it goes kind of green, then it goes kind of red, and the yellow says warm, the green says smoke, and the red says BBQ. So that's the 3 temperature settings that the product has. So I presume once it goes into the red, you don't want to let it heat up any further on its own after that. You want to put the food in, otherwise apparently the glass can get what they call heat shock, whatever that is, probably just cracks. So here's the device. It's been sitting out in the sun. It's the 6th of November in Ireland, so it's winter time over here, and it's heated up. It's heated up to about 200 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's pretty good going for the time of year that it is. I have some potatoes in there, and again, it's been about 2 hours, so it's not something that you'd be able to cook something quickly, but if you have a bit of time, you can slow cook something in the sun. Another thing I'll notice here is that the metal here gets kind of hot, so you probably want to use the gloves if you're going to touch it. Right now it's kind of, I couldn't hold that now for more than 10 seconds, but it's not like roasting hot. And you can see as well that there's little bits of moisture here, and it seems like that's a good thing, because if there was a lot of steam build up, there'd be a lot of pressure build up inside the chamber. So I'd imagine this is the way that the chamber, the device makes sure that not too much pressure gets built up in there, because I have some potatoes in there with some water. They're a little bit wet, so I'd imagine there's some steam being generated inside. So yeah, I just took the potatoes out of the oven, and they're steaming here. They're sizzling away, and yeah, it's a pretty good result. They've definitely cooked. Yeah, I don't know if you can see the steam there on the video.